me introduce you to Jakel, a brand that truly represents Malaysian spirit and style. From a humble beginning to fashion powerhouse. Jakel started as a small fabric stall, but over time it grew into a household name with a beautiful gleaming store all across Malaysia. Today, it's the go-to destination for urgent wedding outfits or a last-minute festive wear. What makes Jekyll special is how it blends traditional batik heritage with modern, trendy cuts, creating looks that Malaysians wear proudly as a symbol of identity and culture. Why France? Now, Jekyll is looking beyond Malaysia toward France, one of the fashion capitals of the world, and the timing couldn't be better. French fashion is shifting toward modesty, inclusivity, and slow fashion, all values that Jekyll already embraced. There's a growing demand in France for stylish, comfortable, hijab-friendly clothing, and Jekyll is perfectly positioned to meet that need with its bold prints, breathable fabrics, and thoughtful design. The last one are cultural fashion with message. Jekyll is more than just a clothing. It's a tell a story. Each batik shawl, each sunken detail carries a piece of Malaysian culture. Imagine seeing a beautifully patterned shawl draped over a cafe chair by the scene in Paris. That's not just a fashion, that's identity on display. And in a country that celebrates craftsmanship and culture, Jekyll offers something new and meaningful Malaysian artistry, stitched with a purpose. That's all for introduction. Thank you. I will now explain why France offers a strong market opportunity for a Jekyll international expansion. For a 2.1.1 rising demand for modest fashion, France is a home to about 5.7 million Muslims, making it one of the largest Muslim population in Europe. As a result, a modest fashion market is growing rapidly by 25% each year. However, 68% of Muslim women in France say they struggle to find fashionable, modest workwear that suits both their professional needs and religious value. Jackal is in a perfect position to meet this gap. With our stylish, breathable, and elegant design like maxi dress and white leg trouser made from premium Malaysian cotton and silk, we can offer a solution that blends modesty with modern fashion, all while maintaining comfort and cultural sensitivity. For 2.1.2, growing appeal of cultural apparel. Beyond the Muslim market, we also see increasing demand in France for culturally meaningful fashion. French luxury consumers are drawn to clothing that tell a story, and Jekyll does exactly that. Our batik and sunket pieces, designed with a Southeast Asian heritage, are ideal for blending traditional with Parisian elegance. These garments appeal not only to modest fashion seekers but also to sustainable and ethical fashion enthusiasts looking for artisanal, story-rich clothing with a deeper purpose. For the last one, favorable Malaysia-France trade ties. Jekyll also stand to benefit from strong trade relation between Malaysia and France. Thanks to the EU-Asian Free Trade Agreement, textile tariffs are reduced to just 5 to 8%, making our product more competitively priced. In 2022 alone, France imported over 2.1 billion euro worth of textile from Asia, highlighting a thriving demand. Additionally, Jekyll can take advantage of VAT deferral, bond warehouse, and matrix support program, which will help us manage our cash flow and logistics more effectively during our market entry. In summary, France is ready for Jekyll. The market shows strong consumer demand, cultural alignment with our brand identity, and favorable trade policies that makes entry both strategic and sustainable. That's all for 2.1. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Afsar Zarfan bin Zainal Abidin and my metric number is BG24110407. Today I will present the proposed entry strategy for Jakel'S expansion into the French market. To enter France effectively, we recommend 4 key strategies. First, Jakel'S should launch a flagship store in one of Paris' high fashion districts such as Champs-Élysées and Le Marais. This area attracts both international tourists and local fashion conscious shoppers. This move would give Jakel'S strong brand visibility and position traditional Malaysian models where within a premium retail environment. Second, Jakel can collaborate with established French fashion retailer like Galeries Lafayette or Printemps by offering capsule collection in this multi-brand store. Jekyll can test the market with reduced risk and build local credibility before investing in standalone outlet. Third, influencer marketing is crucial. Collaborating with French Muslim fashion influencers such as Iman Asri and or Robazai would help Jekyll reach younger digitally active French Muslim consumer. These influencers reflect a blend of modesty and modern style, ideal for showcasing Jakel'S traditional yet fashionable products. Finally, Jakel should launch a multilingual online store that supports both French and English, with pricing in euros and localized delivery option. With France's strong e-commerce culture, this digital strategy ensures accessibility and convenience, especially for tech-savvy Muslim consumer. In conclusion, combining physical presence, strategic retail partnership, influencer engagement, and a localized online platform can help Jakel'S succeed in the French modern fashion market.
Hello, my name is Fabian Aurelio Thomas, BG24110149. Today I will present about Chapter 2.3 Cultural and Harsha Challenges. 2.3.1 Navigating Cultural Sensitivities in France Market. France offers both an appealing prospect along with a challenging socio-professional framework that upholds formalism, laicity, and strong labor protections. In order for Jakel'S to view as credible and respectful of France's norms and therefore comply with the country's business ethics, it is imperative that the brand and operational practices are adjusted accordingly. France is known for its intellectual, cultural, and rational approach to business affairs. France, intellectual and professional, pays attention to logic and debate, analytical reasoning, and well-structured propositions. As such, emotionally driven or promotional sales pitches will be largely ineffective. Therefore, a communication framework that relies on data, evidence, and logic will serve the business better. Lastly, the France has a deep appreciation for orders and formality in business. Interactions are conducted in polite, ritualized fashion, inform and involve the use of titles and suit. To minimize an international breach of ethics on respect and formality while serving in France, it is crucial that all expatriate and domestic employees undergo training on these standards. 2.3.2 Employment laws and local hiring practices. If Jakel'S want to open in France, it must follow the country's strict labors law. France workers are protected by the rules like a 35 hours work weeks, 5 weeks of paid leave, public holidays, and a legal right to disconnect from work emails after hours. Jakel'S internal policies must follow these rules closely or risk trouble with the regulators. Most workers are hired under permanent contracts or CDI, while short-term contracts CDD are only allowed for valid temporary reasons. Hiring must also be fair, no bias based on gender, age, or background. Workers have the rights to be represented in important decisions such as changes to pay or job roles. To succeed, Jakel'S should hire local recruiters who understand the French market and speak fluent French. All job ads, interview, and offers should be in France to show cultural respect. By respecting France laws and customs, Jakel'S can build a strong and trustworthy presence. 2.3.3 Managing diverse workforce and labor's right. Jakel'S interested in opening stores in France, but it must follow strict rules on fairness and workers' rights. France protects diversity through its labor code and the EU Equal Treatment Directive, which bans discrimination based on gender, age, religion, race, and disability or sexual orientation. Since Jakel'S brand is rich in culture, it must be careful not to include religious symbols in ads or clothing tags, as this could be seen as going against France's secular value. To promote fairness, Jakel'S should hold anti-discrimination workshop, use diverse interview panels, and clearly state its commitment to equality. In terms of labor rights, France unions are strong, and any store with 11 or more employees must set up a CSC employment council that must be consulted before making changes to work hours, pay, or bonuses. By embracing diversity and respecting local laws, panel Jakel'S can create a fair, welcoming workplace and earn trust in the France market.
Hello guys, my name is Dinihua and my text number is BG 241600502. Next I will explain financial and legal consideration for jacket in France. First, in terms of taxation, France follow EU tax rules. Import duty range from 0% to 70%, but simulation is in the EU exchange rate track agreement. We only pay 5% to 8% duty. This gives us a cost advantage. There is also a 20% VAT on the total CIF value plus duty. The good news is JK can reclaim this VAT if it is registered in France. To manage cash flow, we can use bonded warehouse to delay the VAT payment until the goods are sold. We also need to consider custom token fees and be aware that while there are no anti-dumping duty now, EU track uh, policy can change for payment. Funds allow different options like bank transfer, default credit, or collection credit, which can help with the cash flow. So second, we must follow strict trade regulation, legal market and audit number for custom clearance. And if our production use more than one ton of chemical, we must comply with the REACH regulation and appoint a respective in the EU. Every product must have label in front and English showing the material, clear instruction, and a country of origins. Highlighting that our products are eco-friendly and handmade can attract French buyers under EU's circular economic action plan. We also need to issue a digital product passport and show our sustainability certification like GOTS and our Pure Tax. Before our goods arrive, we must submit an entry submission declaration and agencies like Mengtrack can support us with the rule. So that for legal setup jacket had three options. So first one is create a subsidiary which gets full control but cost more. Second one open a branch office which is easier but have few rights. Lux is use a local agent or broker to handle import with no complete setup, but we will lose control. If you can earn over 35,000 pounds in France, VAT registration is required and we also need a French bank account. If you want to bring Malaysia staff, works and resident permit are needed, but takes take time. So hiring locals is easier. Lastly, we must protect our brand by registering our trademark with INPI in France or export for the EU. And we must follow all the relevant and consumer protection law, especially rules on product safety by the DGCCRF. Alright, that's all for me. Thank you.
Next is 2.5 Marketing Strategy. 2.5.1 Market Research and Target Audience. Our target audience is fashionable people, and coincidentally, France is famous for a fashionable style, but they have high chance to attract their attentions. Next is French brand localization strategy, but that can be adapted by making it thicker during winter and vice versa during summer. This is because France is a four-season country. Also, next, we can adapt by French taste by making the batik sleeve longer. Next is digital marketing, social media and influencer outreach. Model social can make promote easier. We don't need to have a high cost because it is free to use. Anyone can use media social to promote their products. Jekyll must have a local French influencer. This is because their influence much bigger because they are in their own country. If you use our local Malaysian influencer, we may not get any attention from them because they don't even know who is that influencer. And that is from me.
Assalamualaikum and greetings. My name is Nur Hizran bin Bujang, number matrix BG24110512. I will be presenting two key parts of our marketing strategy, which is strategic pricing and retail location planning. First, let's talk about pricing. Since Jekyll is entering the French fashion market, known for its premium expectations, our strategy is to adopt a value-based pricing model. This means we set our prices based on how much value customers place on cultural heritage, quality, and exclusivity. Jekyll's use of luxurious fabrics like silk, cotton, voile, and brocade will justify placing our products in the upper mid-range price, uh, slightly below high-end brands, but still premium enough to attract attention. To add exclusivity, we plan to launch limited edition collections and collaborate with local French designers. This builds desirability and gives customers a sense of uniqueness when buying Jekyll's garments. Moving on to retail location strategy, our flagship store is proposed to be in Les Marais, Paris, a district well known for its fusion of art, culture, and fashion. This location offers both tourist and local footfall, which is perfect for a brand like Jekyll that tells a cultural story. Beyond Paris, we are also targeting cities like Marseille and Lyon, which have large Muslim populations and increasing interest in modest fashion. To create a memorable shopping experience, our store interior will combine Malay elements with minimalist French design, supported by multilingual staff to cater to diverse customers. To increase foot traffic, we plan to host events such as modest fashion talks, cultural exhibitions, and influencer meetups. This community driven initiative will not only increase brand awareness but also establish Jekyll as a culturally inclusive and locally engaged brand in France. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Theo and my meeting number is BG24160542. Today I was excited to share Jacket strategy for entering the French fashion market. Our goal is not just to sell clothes but to become part of French lifestyle by respecting the local culture, following the labor laws and offering meaningful fashion. In France, even small gestures like saying bonjour make a big difference. So we will train our staff to understand these cultural norms and use them in daily service, supported by regular feedback. We will also comply with French labor law, including 35 hours work week, purpose holiday, and the right to disconnect after the work. All the internal communication will be in France. It will be very clear employee guideline. Our pricing strategy places us between fast fashion and luxury with strong focus on quality and culture storytelling. Limited edition pieces will be exclusive and attract customers who value uniqueness. To connect with local, we will launch collection during key moments like Ramadan, Eid, and Paris Fashion Week. We're also attending festival and collaborating with French influencers. Our first flagship store will be in La Marianne, Paris, blending Malaysian batik with French minimizer. The store will also host community events like folklore and workshops, turning it into more than just a retail space. We plan to expand into Lyon and Barcelona using the same approach while staying connected through social media and targeted emails. Since sustainability matters to French consumers, we will track our favorite from source to product and adapt design to local weather. For example, lightweighting baju kurang for summer and sticky padded jacket for autumn. A French website and mobile apps with features like 3D try-on and click and collect will make shopping more easier. So finally, we introduce a loyalty program with points, targeted discount, and early access to new collections to build long-term relationship with our customer. In short, Jakel'S is not just entering a market; we were entering a community, and we are committed to grow with it. Thank you.
For the conclusions, Jakel'S entry to France is a major chance to share Malaysian fashion in a global style hub. France consumers value quality, modern designs, and sustainability making is a promising market. To succeed, Jakel can open a Paris flagship, partner with a local boutiques, use France influencer, and launch a France website. But strict labor laws, pricing challenges, and cultural expectation must be managed carefully. By respecting local rules, embracing eco-friendly practices, and adapting to France's trends, Jakel'S can position itself as a stylish and culturally respectful brand in Europe. That is all from us. Thank you.